Hey everybody, Serial Overdrive here, and today I'm playing Entropia Universe. So what I'm going to do today is do a 50 PED mining run on Treasure Island. So first off, I'd like to apologize. This video is going to be late, I know that. So the reason it's late basically is, well, oh shit, sorry about that. So the reason it's late is just I have not been able to, find a place with reliable electricity and internet recently. It just has to do with some shit going on regarding me in real life moving and all that, and the fact that if I'm in a city that I'm gonna live in, I don't want to pay for a hotel. Like I travel as much as possible. Like I'll sacrifice everything so I can get that trip to the Bahamas or whatever. And I don't know, if you look at my Facebook, it looks like I'm rich. If you look at my house, it looks like I have nothing. So that's how it goes. Anyways, yes, I didn't want to pay for a hotel, so I couldn't make any videos. So right now it's Saturday, about 1 p.m., 2 p.m., which means this video is going to be coming out late, probably Saturday or Sunday, and it's definitely late, but there's no way around it. And I know there's probably only like 50 to 60 of you guys who watch it, when it comes out. I know a few of you guys catch up later in the week, and then the rest of it's just search-related people finding it. So, yeah, now that apology's done. I'm not sure if I talked about it in the last one, or in my last video. But I did pay off the guy who won the contest. We'll probably be doing the drawing for the next contest next week, I think. I think that's right. The zone does not like... Alright, I gotta get out of this zone to do mining. Yeah, I think we'll do the drawing next week. Not as many people entered, so if you're still interested, go back to that video where I started the contest for this month and enter. So yeah, that's that. I think that covers sort of all the bookkeeping stuff. Yeah, so why'd I pick Treasure Island? First off, I'm on Calypso right now. I didn't want to leave because if I decide to go to CND or something like that, or I say CND, if I decided to go to some place like Foma, the asteroid, or fly to, I think, Monria? Hold on, what's the name of this place? Let me look it up. Wait, can't I see? Whatever. If I tried to fly to another planet, it would have taken too long. This video wouldn't have come out on time. I'm going to try and get prepared. So next week, I'll probably do the asteroid Foma, and then after that, hopefully, I'll be doing some of the planets that you guys suggested. Thanks for the suggestions, by the way. I'm definitely going to take them to heart. I'm definitely going to go. I'm thinking I might want to do Rocktropia in there at some point, just for Halloween. Maybe do a hunting thing, hunt some vampires, something like that. Halloween, for those of you outside of the U.S., big deal here. Pretty cool thing. I think you guys should join in. It's cool for kids. It's great when you're growing up, and as an adult, you get to see people in weird costumes and go to clubs and get wasted. If that's your thing. If you like clubbing, like getting wasted, you got a perfect excuse for it. If you don't like it, well, then you get to see a bunch of kids dressed up in costumes. It's all good, except for the clowns. Those are scary. So yeah, I think that, let's see, so that covers future plans. Just trying to go over everything here. Yeah, that covers future plans. Hopefully at some point here I'll be upgrading microphones. I know I keep saying I'm going to do it. It's just, I don't know. I keep procrastinating. But yeah. I guess the other thing going on in life, for me as far as like real life goes, is I'm starting a new job with a startup. So that's going to mean I'm busier than ever before. So yeah, if my videos are late, you guys will have to give me a little bit of leeway here and there. I don't know. For those of you who don't know, I'm a computer programmer basically, and I don't know, I've worked for a few companies now. I jump around jobs a lot, but I like to do smaller companies, more of that like startup feel. I've been with one company that's been bought out, and currently where I was working didn't get bought out, but I didn't have any stock options, so fuck that. Now I'm actually moving somewhere where it's got the potential for a buyout or to IPO, and do get stock options. So that's pretty cool, for me at least. I don't know. I don't like to go into personal life too much because obviously I'm not showing my face or anything like that. I feel like if I don't identify myself, anything I say can't be held against me because hopefully no one can find me. I mean, you can if you really want to. Like, let's not fuck around here. It's not that hard. But the majority of people don't really care who I am. So as long as I don't show my face or anything like that, nobody holds anything I do against me, which is good for me. Yeah, okay. Next topic, right? So, why did I decide to pick Treasure Island jumping back into EU here? I decided to do it just because it's... I think Treasure Island was the first big, like, object bought in the Entropia Universe. At the time, it was an astronomical amount that it cost. It was like 25,000 PED, which is a lot for the time. I mean, it's a lot now, but like when you look at Neverdie and these people are spending millions, it's like 25,000 isn't that much, but it used to be a lot. This is when the game was first starting out. A lot of those early players made a lot. I guess I should go into the story of how I started out because I don't think a lot of people know that. Let me check the map here. See, Treasure Island, it's like this huge island. I'm not finding anything here, so maybe I'm gonna go inward more. Anyways, so how I started out, right? I found this game in about early 2006. At the time, I wasn't that old, so I didn't have a good computer. I didn't really have anything to do with it. And yeah, for those of you watching who were born like in 2006, 2005, that seems like forever ago. But give it 10 years, it won't seem like 2016 won't seem that far away. Anyways, yeah, so it's 2006. I saw the game. I was like, oh, cool! I can make money playing video games. This is amazing. And then I didn't do anything. Sorry about that. I had to take a drink. The main reason behind that is just like, I don't know. It's I didn't have the computer, and no one I knew had a computer that could play the game. Obviously, like, no one was really into game. I don't know. Like, none of my friends were hardcore gamers. We were all playing on like consoles and stuff like that. I still like consoles better. I know PC's way better as far as graphics and all that goes, but consoles I like because it's simple. I put the disc in. Now you gotta download shit, which I hate. Like, I want to put the disc in and play. I don't want to put the disc in and wait 10 hours for some fucking download to go off. No, I want to put the disc in and play the game. But anyways, that's another topic. I can complain about that some other time. Yeah, so didn't do anything with it then. I think late 2006, early 2007, I actually got like a gaming, well, not gaming computer, but I got a legitimate PC that could play the game. So then I started playing EU. When I started, I didn't have that much money, and I'm thinking, hey, this is like at the time, pay to win wasn't this big issue. But I was thinking like, hey, I don't want to play this game where it's just I'm putting in money, and as long as I can keep putting in money, I can build skills. I wanted to do it all from scratch. So I started out with nothing. I started sweating, sold the sweat. I just kept doing that. I'd go hunting, go mining, sweat, rinse, repeat, right? That took a while. And then probably 6 months later, I was getting bored of it, and I thought, okay, how can I make some money? So I see these traders are trading end matter and ores. So I decided to do that. I like economics. That's not where I went major-wise, but it is something I think is cool. So I got into it, right? I started, trading. I started looking at prices, figuring out. This is before they had like a market. This is before before you could go. Hold on one sec. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So before, when trading used to make you a ton of money, they didn't have market value information, right? So what I'd do is I'd have this piece of paper. And I know how much certain players and the market would pay me for something. So I'd have this paper sitting right beside me. Tablets weren't really around back then. So I'd have a piece of paper sitting beside me. It would have all the common ores and end matter. And actually it had all of them on there because we didn't have as many back then. I'd look at that and I'd see what price I could sell at. And when someone came, depending on how much they'd give me, I'd give them a good rate, bad rate, whatever. And then they'd either sell to me or they wouldn't, right? So like you'd come to me with oil, I'd look at my thing, I could see, okay, I'm going to make 105% selling this on auction. So you take a little bit off for the auction fees, I can offer this guy maybe 103. So I make 2% profit on that. So I kept doing that. And basically, like, I just kept building up PED, building it up. After doing that grind for like maybe 6 months to a year, I got lucky. I hit some sort of, I hit a HOF. I sold it for a lot of money, and then, as you guys can probably get, I'm not sure. Some of you might be able to guess it, some of you not. Hold on one sec. I'm lagging a bit here. Let me see if I can't stop this. Shit. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to cut the video, and I'll be right back. Alright, let's try that now. I'm hoping there won't be as much lag, but it looks like there is. Yeah, for you guys who didn't, you guys can't tell, but I did cut the video and then I brought it back. Didn't quite work like I was hoping. Give me 1 sec. I want to get back to the story. Alright, sorry about that. You guys can tell the graphics just got shit, right? Laptop was lagging, and I didn't want to deal, so I just cut the graphics down. I didn't want to deal with interrupting the flow of the story or anything like that. So, back to the story, right? So I traded for maybe like 6 months to a year, however much I was saying. Like it was a while. And back then I was younger, so it felt like a lot longer. So I did that, right? Finally hit this HOF, got some money. What did I do? I bought a shop, because back then that's where the big money was. You buy a shop, you get regulars coming to the shop. Eventually you can get a hold of these regulars, sell right to them, but until then you buy a shop. So I had a shop in Twin Peaks, the mall. I put all the ores, the end matter out there. So basically, by this point, I had this shit down, right? It was, so I've got my shop sitting there, and then next to that, so I'd have the shop sitting there. I'd have the regulars who'd come to the shop to buy stuff. When I'd log in, I'd either play the game, or I would be in Twin Peaks buying end matter and ore. And a lot of these not bigger miners, but a lot of the medium-sized miners actually had me on their friends list. They'd hit me up and say, hey, can I sell you this? And I'd buy it for them. I'd give them a bit better rates than everybody else, because now I wasn't selling on auction, and I was selling it more in bulk, especially for these guys I could just log in for, because you can log in, if you have a set time, like let's say I log in maybe like at 3 o'clock GMT or something like that every day. The miners who are on them, they know, hold your shit, 3 o'clock comes, sell it to this dude, and I'll get a solid rate from him. And it took me like 10 minutes to do all this. So 10 minutes, I'd buy all the stock I needed for the store. Then I'd go on and sell it in the store, make maybe 1-2% off of it. Not too much, but not too little. And I did that for a while. Like I could just keep the profits flowing. It was low. It didn't take too much work. At this point, you're making about minimum wage for what you're doing, which isn't bad. I am not getting anything on this mining run, but fuck it. I like this story, so we're going to keep going. I'm not going to mess around with changing places. So yeah, I did that for a while. At some point, there were some issues. So there was a trading fund that opened up, and basically, I was younger. Didn't really think about Ponzi schemes and all that. I just saw this guy making all this money. I said, okay, like he needed a shop to sell stuff at. I wasn't using my shop as much. I said, hey, I can give you the shop. Give me a little bit of collateral. And, did someone just shoot? No. Give me a little bit of collateral, and we'll call it even. So, alright, so the way it would work, he'd give me collateral. He'd count the fact that I'd given him this shop to use as part of the investment. The rent was, I forget what it was, but it was like maybe a couple hundred PEDs a month or something like that he'd pay me. I thought he was trustable because there were a lot of big names invested in him, okay? So, yeah, he wasn't trustworthy. It was a Ponzi scheme. I lost a lot of money on it because I gave him a shop, but he didn't give me full collateral, and he was paying rent. So I think in the end, I lost like 5,000 PED off this guy, and I lost the shop. I tried to buy the shop back, and this is actually super shady. I tried to buy the shop back because I really liked that shop, and the person who bought it is a famous Entropia Universe player. They bought it. They bought this shop before this guy's account got closed. They bought it at a 50% discount. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if someone comes up to you and they want to sell you a car for $1,000 and that's like a Ferrari or something, you're like, this is shady as fuck. Now, maybe if they want to sell you a, Jeep Wrangler and they're saying like it's $2,000, you think, okay, maybe this guy just needs to get rid of it, whatever. So they bought it off this guy. I came to this Uber, this big, well-known player still playing, and I said, hey, can I get my shop back? I'll give you what you paid for it. And they said, no, it's not worth that much. It's worth double that price. I said, well, yeah, but you paid for it. Like, this was big news in Entropia. Like, I don't even... we can go into this later if you want. I can go over that whole story. But basically, they wouldn't give me the shop back unless I paid full price. I said, well, that's not even close to what you paid. And they said, well, that's what it's worth, blah, blah, blah. Basically, they wanted to make a profit off of this. And later on, it turns out a lot of these guys are shady as fuck. Like, we can go into that later. There's a reason that, I don't know, a lot of these higher up players did not like me back in the day, because I'd give them shit after I found out what was going on. But yeah, it was a whole shady deal. I lost the shop. Maybe, I don't know. I'd like to say I broke even, but in reality, like, I lost a lot of money, probably like 10,000 PED total. Like, after you count rent and everything like that, I broke even on the shop, so I didn't lose any money for that year and a half that I was renting the shop out. But at the same time, I didn't make anything off the shop that I had. And I was making a good deal before, and it really hurt. It really hurt my sort of my love for the game, really. That's when I stopped playing as much, because I got caught up in this whole mess, and I was trying to work things out, like figure out how investors could get their money back, and some of them were mad at me because I had some of the items that they wanted. So I gave some of that stuff back at a loss for myself, and when all was said and done, I just said, basically, I want to walk away, like, break even, and that's what I did. But, you know, year and a half of potential profits I lost, but a lot of people lost way more than that, so can't complain. I don't know whatever happened to the guy who was running this whole, so basically, like, this investment group. I think that eventually, like, authorities did get involved, and it was just some kid, like, in college or something. I think his parents paid for some of it, and the rest of it was just like some of these people didn't owe enough that they could really sue for, and those people are just fucked. And I just sort of walked away from it, because there are a lot of people mad at me, and I found out, like, some of these big players, like, I don't know, no one, I'm not gonna call the person out, but some of these big players are super shady, like, really shady, and yeah, it opened my eyes to a lot. Anyways, so from there, basically, I had all this PED. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just sort of invested it long term in a few items, amps, stuff like that. Didn't make anything off of that. When Land Deeds came out, I just put all my money into that, and that's what I've been doing ever since. When I make a little bit of profit, anything, I'll try and buy a Land Deed. Started off with Calypso Land Deeds, then I went to Arcadian Land Deeds, and I'm doing some Compet, some Arcadian now. I don't buy Calypso Deeds anymore just because they're so expensive. And yeah, that's sort of like the genesis, the story of my character and how I got to where I am today. Never put any money into the game. I'm proud to say that. Like, built it all from scratch. I got lucky, but I did build it from scratch. Yeah, sort of proud to say that. But yeah, it was there was a rough period there for sure. And if you guys want, we can go into detail. I don't really want to call any of these players out, because I really like, there was a lot of shady stuff going on, but I can't say for sure like how shady it was, and whether it was just sort of one guy being an asshole, not wanting to sell me my shop back for what he paid for it and figuring like, oh, I can make some money, or if somehow he'd gotten ripped off and he just didn't want to admit to it, or what was going on. But yeah, I lost a lot of faith, that's for sure. Anyways, after that, like, I took a hiatus from the game. I was in college, you know how that is. You're going out with people, partying, doing all that stuff, and you feel like everything's busy. And like, when I'm playing games, I'd always want to be playing like multiplayer games with everybody that I knew. So took a break for all that, and now sort of I'm back at it, just because like I found myself playing this game when I'm watching TV, something like that. I started doing these videos. I like that there's, you know, I'm getting 100 something views on these videos, and it's fun. So I figure, why not keep doing them? I'm gonna keep putting them out for as long as it's fun. And you guys are helping, like, thanks for that. Like, I enjoy getting the feedback, I enjoy hearing from you guys, and if there's anything I can do to make this more entertaining for you, as always, just let me know. Like, I want to try and build a community. I know there's an Entropia Universe Discord chat that I'm gonna try and get into. It's just, again, like, I'm usually playing when I'm in front of the TV, so like, I have the volume muted. That's just me. I like mining and doing it that way. I know a lot of people who are big like MMO players. They want to focus solely on that, but I always like to play a good MMO, sit back, watch some TV, have a Mountain Dew, do whatever, just relax. So that's what I'm doing right now. I've got my Mountain Dew here. I'm sitting back. I'm talking, but so no TV. But everything else is pretty much, the standard operating procedure. And I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? Is everybody watching these videos because I'm mining, or are you guys watching just to get some advice and sort of see how I do in different areas? Like, I don't know. If you guys just want me to mine, let me know and I'll keep doing that. I've got no problem, but I wouldn't mind doing a bit of hunting too. So yeah, let me know what you think of that. And yeah, as I said, I will try and make sure to get to all those planets. I think there'll be time to do some asteroid mining, because that's always pretty cool. Like, you can hit it big, and there should be some time to do maybe Rocktropia before Halloween. Just a little bit of a theme to it, I guess. And then I'll go do I think it was Monria, whatever that planet's called. I forget who it was. One of you guys requested it, so I'm gonna do it. I try to fulfill all the requests, especially when it comes to this, because I'm trying to make this a weekly thing. I think this is like episode 9 or whatever, but yeah, I'm trying to make this a weekly thing. Wow, this area is complete shit. I started with 50 PEDs of probes, and I feel like I haven't even looted like 10 PEDs worth of stuff. Maybe 10. So anyways, I wouldn't recommend Treasure Island for those of you interested in that. What else is there to talk about? So I think I went through, I guess the major thing here is sort of my character's genesis and my history with the Entropia Universe. As you guys can see, I started way long ago, still playing, still enjoying it to an extent. I've said what I thought about the community dying and all that in previous episodes, so we don't need to rehash that. And for those of you that don't know, I guess all these videos are filmed live. There's no editing behind it, anything like that. That's why I'll say when I'm going to cut out, just in case something goes wrong, and when I come back on, I'm in a different place. I guess I'm using Frap, so it breaks the videos up. Then I just combine them all and push it out to YouTube, and hopefully you guys enjoy them. Yeah, at some point I figure with these videos, what I'd like to do is, if we're getting more of a community, if we're getting more viewers behind it, right? There's a little bit of money maybe involved for me, something like that. Maybe I'll put some more time into it, get some people to help me out. But I don't know. I hate, like right now, I don't know. I don't think you're supposed to say how much you're making on YouTube, but it's not much, right? So like I don't want to be asking for sponsorship or anything like that and by sponsorship I mean like some sort of Entropia Universe store, planet, whatever, giving me like 10 PEDs or something like that to mine in their location and show what it's like. But yeah, I don't have enough views for that really, and I don't feel I don't like to ask people to do work when I could potentially make a profit from it and they're not going to get anything out of it. Like, so recently I had one video blow up, not blow up, but I had a video that got like 1,000, 2,000 views in 2 weeks, and it's a video I made about Club Never Die, Asteroid Foam. I was just sort of doing an overview of it. I don't even know if the video was that good, to be honest, but put the video out. It got a few hundred views. I was happy with that. And just recently, like maybe last Sunday, I logged into YouTube Creator just to see how my channel's doing, see if my views are decreasing by too much, and I was at like 800 views a day, which for me that's huge. Like I usually get 200 views a day. If I put like a video out, maybe I'll break that 250 mark. But I was at 800. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why is what did I do? Why is everybody watching me? I didn't even put a video out, right? Looked into it. Yeah, it was just some Club Never Die video. I guess for whatever reason, maybe he made an ad or something. Everybody started searching on YouTube, and I was coming up first. So I was getting all these views from it, and that's sort of one of the reasons I don't want to ask people to do any work for free, because let's say you do something on this, like this video, right? You make a screen for it, right? So it has, a nice little screen when people go to click it. So you make that layout or whatever it is. You do it for free out of the goodness of your heart. 2 years later, I'm sitting here and that video blows up. Maybe I make $50 off of it or something like that. None of my videos do that, right? And I don't think I have any video. I have a few videos maybe that made $50 total, but very few. So like, let's say that happens though. Then do I have to go figure out where you are, what's going on? Like, I don't know how that works. 'Cause I feel a bit shitty if someone put all this work into something and then, I'm profiting off it years later and they're not getting anything. So yeah, that's sort of why I stray away from that. I do pay people every now and then. When my channel gives out some money, I'll pay people to update a few things for me. And I don't know. Sometimes it helps. Sometimes it hurts. Well, actually, it never hurts. Sometimes it doesn't help. But yeah, this is a very low income channel. So yeah, I guess that's my mining run. 50 PEDs down the drain, and I do not think I got much from it. Sorry about the rambling there at the end. I was just trying to fill you guys in on what's going on. I don't know if it was that helpful though, because I think most of that's pretty apparent when you look at the channel. Hopefully though, you enjoyed my Genesis story, or my character's Genesis story. I sort of like telling that. So if you got any questions, just let me know. Let's see what I'm at. Alright, so I spent 50 PED plus a little bit in decay. What did I get? Ooh. Ouch. That's rough, folks. That is not much. 17 PEDs. Well, hopefully you liked the video. Again, sorry it's late, and until next time.